We are very exhausted, in the tents, it's scorching during the day, and freezing at night, and there are children there. We can't even wash ourselves. Like a plea, I am reaching out to all Arab countries. Please, do something, the situation is just horrible. Even places like these are under attack. In the refugee camp, the entire family of an Al Jazeera reporter was killed. He learned of the tragedy while working. In 3 weeks, 25 journalists have died in Gaza. It's an unprecedented number, with nothing to compare it to. Israeli authorities have officially refused to guarantee the safety of reporters working in the conflict zone. Sirens have been sounding all week in both the north and the central part of Israel. The Iron Dome has never been under such pressure, and Palestinian rockets have never penetrated it so often. This is a burnt-out apartment in Tel Aviv, and here are the traces of a rocket strike. The sirens don't always warn of threats from the air. Hamas militants have even attacked from the sea. 14 militants have been eliminated, but closing the border completely is not possible, so the areas surrounding the Gaza Strip are being evacuated. There is no opposition, there is too much evidence that the infiltrating groups in Israel are heavily armed. How many people have they killed along the way? People understood that they were going to their deaths, and they were proud of it. We have intercepted calls where the militant said, "Dad, I killed 10 people, please be proud of me." Dad said, "You're a hero, son, keep going." On Tuesday, through the mediation of Qatar, Hamas released 2 hostages with American passports. I initially went through a hell I didn't expect to survive. They put me on a motorcycle and took me. On the way, they beat me with sticks and robbed me. Then all the hostages were taken to tunnels. It seemed like we were walking underground for many kilometers. There were many branches, and then they divided us into groups and placed us in separate cells. A doctor was presented to us, and he came every few days to check us. There was a guard with each hostage who watched over them. They took care of us, helped us, and behaved friendly towards us. Other captives also have a chance to return home alive and well. Just imagine what a mother feels when she hears her daughter, who is far away, say on the phone, "They shot at me, I'm bleeding, Mom." Desperate relatives of those kidnapped have started holding rallies, and yesterday they managed to meet with Prime Minister Netanyahu, demanding the exchange of their loved ones for imprisoned terrorists in a "everyone for everyone" formula, roughly 220 Israelis for around 6,000 Palestinians. Where is the rest of the world? You must understand us, this is madness. We are in hell. We want our loved ones to come home. Russian diplomats discussed the release of hostages with a Hamas delegation in Moscow, and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs stated that talks were held on the evacuation of not only Russians but also other foreign citizens from the Gaza Strip. Right after the meeting with the hostages' families, Prime Minister Netanyahu announced the start of the second stage of the war. Israel is not just fighting its own war, it's a war for all of humanity, for all people against barbarians. Our allies in the West, our partners, they all understand that if Israel doesn't win, they are next.